This is fairly intimidating.
Just so you know, Dixieland tonight is about to see.
And that's why we have bourbon.
Why do we do everything last minute?
Describe this day in one word, Brad.
Show.
3 of the largest fishing YouTubers in the country have given themselves 3 years to create a fishing tackle retail empire. The only problem is, none of them know anything about retail. Join them on their journey as they show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of trying to make their dreams a reality.
Today is the big day. It is the party for our surf fishing tournament.
Who would love, he's gonna talk a little bit tonight.
Nothing is done. It is last minute.
I'm gonna butcher this. I have already forgotten what we're doing.
People are already showing up. We don't even have beer on ice. It's gonna be another disaster.
Describe this day in one word, Brad.
Show.
Come on. Woo! Thank y'all very much.
So we thought that it would be a great idea to try to put on the largest surf fishing tournament that has ever been put on in this area.
Brad, there we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, stay by me.
And we know nothing about putting on a fishing tournament. Like everything we do here at BBO, we just wing it and hope for the best. And somehow it usually turns out okay.
Oh, Brad.
Okay.
Oh, did you see that?
They are.
Flipping cup. Dude, nailed it. That one made good TV too.
It was on TV.
Yeah.
So I know that this is supposed to be like the true behind the scenes experience of what happens at BBO, but I feel like the camera is, number one, always on when I least expect it. Turn that thing away and like put a muzzle on me. And number two, like I'm always saying something that's not nice. Can we get this over with so we can fucking we should shut the door. I'm gonna end up looking like the
Be clear, probably not gonna be the camera's fault.
I want to be the fun one, the funny one.
Food will be ready in 10 minutes. If you have not got your swag bag yet or checked in for the tournament, you can do so right inside. We've got your swag bag, everything. So 10 minutes, we're ready to eat.
Okay, well, I'm gonna butcher this. I have already forgotten what we're doing. All right, so I found out like 30 minutes ago that I was gonna have to give a speech tonight.
That's gonna be some really tough energy to follow up right there.
So obviously, I'm not prepared, and that's why we have bourbon.
Who's doing the sponsors?
You're gonna thank the sponsor.
He's gonna call
By
us
name or by?
Yeah.
No, you're just gonna be like, dude, we have so many sponsors who took a chance on us. A lot of them are here tonight. Brand's gonna get into that in a minute, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, thank you for having faith in us.
Okay.
Brad, roll tide, Brad. What's the Dixie song?
Dixieland Delight.
Yeah, I'd be, or what's the
Which is about Tennessee.
Yeah, I'd be like, just so you know, Dixieland tonight is about Tennessee.
Let's go.
Buddy's right in my ear.
Get it. So it's my job to get it hyped up. So please, get hyped up because
I'm pretty chill most of the time, and we need energy around here, and Buddy is that guy, and I love him for it.
I am blessed to be a part of something where I feel like nobody can lose. Man, I want the guy who has fished every day and has put in the hours and the time. I want him to win. And I also want the 8-year-old girl who hasn't fished ever to win, right? Yes! It's so beautiful and
Seriously drinking already? And you need some liquid courage?
I mean, I've got a speech to give out there too, and we actually have a lot of people kind of getting in the moment, you know, kind of like an athlete warming up.
I'm gonna catch you doing your power moves next.
does anybody want a free anything? All right. Just gotta let me know. And this is Skipjack, one of our sponsors. Who would love, he's gonna talk a little bit tonight. All right, please help him out. Warm round of applause.
That's gonna be some really tough energy to follow up right there. First of all, I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. We are super humbled by how many people signed up for this tournament. We wanted to put something together that everybody had a chance to win, that everybody had a good time entering. So despite us doing everything last minute and not knowing what we're doing, the tournament party ended up being a success. The turnout was great, the food was great, and we really had minimal issue.
Regarding this tournament, do you intend to answer truthfully each question about that?
Yes.
I go in there and I'm like with all these people in front of me and I'm like, okay, we're ready to start. And he's like, I'm only doing 3.
Today is the award ceremony of our Surf Fishing Classic.
Can you reach over there?
We booked a lie detector, a polygraph company, thinking that that was the right move, and we have 6 winners in this tournament, but apparently Buddy only booked them for 3.
He's like, I'm only doing 3. And I panicked and I was like, okay, bye.
Did put us in a really bad situation, and we wanted to keep up with the integrity of the tournament.
What put us in a bad situation, Grant?
6 people were here expecting this to be an honest tournament, and the lie detector guy said no, he only booked me for 3 people, I'm not doing 6.
Well, again, I think when I did book it, the reality was that, I mean, we got a $5,000 first place, whatever this is, 2,000 second,
3,000,
and then the Pompano first place. Anything other than that, who cheats to be like 3rd place? Anybody? Ever?
Money is money. I don't know.
So as in anything that we're doing, it's very much passion driven, and processes are second, because we're just slamming down things and opportunity whenever we can to add value. He did tell me he was only gonna do 3. There is 6 people that need to be tested, so we are now had to pay extra, and he's gonna able to accommodate that.
We're gonna blood pressure cuff, measure your heart rate and blood pressure.
This is fairly intimidating.
I was about to say, this alone would make me feel like I'm
put that on
lying.
the video.
Regarding this tournament, do you intend to answer truthfully each question about that?
Yes.
We didn't know this polygraph was going to take like half an hour per person.
Did you catch your fish from a boat?
No.
We only have 4 questions, so because of that reason, we had to do the award ceremony first. So we literally had to talk Mr. CIA agent back there, polygraph dude, into letting us do the awards first while he just hung out in the back.
Was he good with it? He was good. I mean, he was okay with it. Okay with it. But I just first want to dive into the story behind this tournament, because it's after the fact you're like, wow, that was awesome. Hopefully everyone had a blast. But even before that, the tournament started with a question, one question. How do we make this time of season exciting, and that we can help enhance the community?
Buddy is, as we all know, our hype man.
So please get hyped up, because I
love Buddy. He's my dude, and he gets us all fired up.
And the second we got excited and got ready to throw it out there, the first thing that hit us all was fear and doubt. I mean, it was like a tidal wave of why we shouldn't do the tournament.
So I call our oldest 2 kids our worst critics, and I was getting like elbowed from the side. Mom, Dad needs to wrap it up. Dad needs to wrap it up.
You know, there was a couple that made this tournament their vacation. They started at one end of one side of never about what we can get, and every touch point along the way. I also just want to say too, because actually involved with making it.
Buddy told the polygraph guy that we would only be 5 minutes doing the award ceremony. I think Buddy's speech lasted at least 20 minutes, maybe more. It was amazing. He covered a lot of topics, but it did run a little bit over schedule.
The questions and the training and the stuff and the things that are behind it with every, all of the partners, all that. So we are full of gratitude. And I
think it's awesome the amount of energy that Buddy brings to the table regardless of the situation. I'm thinking the whole time it's just funny, him up there, of course he's thanking our sponsors and all the things, but I don't even know if Buddy's ever even called a pompano or a whiting, and being out there, being able to motivate the participants in the tournament and talk about the tournament when he's probably never even called one, I think is hilarious.
I love the idea of dreams coming to fruition, and this tournament was just that. we asked the question, what's a way we can get everybody involved, unite the community? And Brant throws out a dream from his childhood that tournaments always held a special place in his heart. The second we take it to the market and start talking about it, everyone tells us why it's not gonna work. We end up getting more than enough for all of our prizes and everything else. We had over 500 and something contestants, and it became this huge, magical turn of events where everything just came together, and it all came from the right after we as an organization got past our doubts and fears and committed.
Now we'll give out the prizes. And we're going to start with our third place whiting. That is Brandon Crockett. 4.42 pounds. Second place whiting, and that is Jeffrey Stewart. And I think you're going to hear this guy's name called more than once. We were blown away by the participation in this tournament. We thought that maybe 150 people would enter, and we had 538. First place whiting.
Camacho!
With our third place pompano, Larry Grossman. Second place pompano, and that will be Jeffrey Stewart. Once again.
Hey, real quick, Jeffrey, we're winning 2 prizes. Can you give any advice without ruining your special sauce?
Keep your hooks wet.
There we go. Consistency. Time on the water. The grand prize, but you are also getting the golden. Woo! Jason Wynn, first prize pompano.
My name is Jason Wynn. I'm 18. I won the $5,000 and the cool bust down card. It was just the very last week of this tournament, and on the very last day I had weighed in my final fish that put me in first place, and I about dropped to my knees in Gulf Breeze bait and tackle. The second he said that it weighed 2.8 pounds, I was ecstatic.
Speech, let's hear it.
Yeah, man. What's your secret?
Speech.
What's your secret?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and most importantly my uncle. He's the one that got me addicted to pompano fishing.
There we go.
But growing up as a kid, I got out at the beach every once in a while whenever my uncle wanted to take me. But here I am now.
You should like flex and show it.
1, 2, 3. Tracy, stay by me.
Stay by me.
Woo-hoo!
So I've always said this, the cool thing about pompano tournaments or beach fishing tournaments in general is anybody can win. You could have never surf fished a day in your life, and you can walk out on the beach and have an opportunity at winning a tournament like that or catching the biggest fish, just because there is skill involved, but anybody can really do it. It's not like you can walk into a bass fishing tournament and never have fished before and compete against professional bass anglers, but on the beach it's just wide open, which is why we exist. We want to equip and educate people here at Beach Bum Outdoors that you are capable of having a successful day on the beach. You can win tournaments, you can win $5,000. So I think it's awesome. It's just a testament to what we're doing here, and I think it's a perfect picture of who should have won this thing.
I think it was really cool to see like kids our age in the tournament and like women out too, because like normally it's like a men's sport, but it's cool to see like everyone, like kids and stuff, doing it too.
It still is a men's sport.
That's going in the show, Cruz. I just want you to know.
Of course, Cruz would say that.
So after all was said and done, the tournament ended up being a success. As always, we learned a ton. We met a lot of cool people in the process, and we're not going to stop moving forward with our vision of entertaining, educating, and empowering anglers of all ages and skill levels.